about the climate change, and it's about our project. The participation is for Xiaojuhe and me, that is Francisca Maria. Well, we divide in this project in five sections about China measures, Peru measures, and final the conclusions. Well, we chose the SGD 13, that is the climate change, because it's one of the most important topics, especially in China and Peru. We know that the world have a lot of pollution and this is a universal problem, and for this reason we choose this topic to generate the conscious in our environment.
Okay, now I'd like to introduce the climate change situation in China. Let's see what's this issue going on in my country now. So, as for the current situation, actually China is facing significant challenges due to climate change, with extreme weather events becoming increasingly frequent and severe. Actually, my country has experienced a lot of heat waves, droughts, and heavy rainfall in recent years, which have led to substantial economic losses and humanitarian situation. So here is an example. In the summer of last year, intense heat waves swept across the northern part of the country, including Beijing. The capital had high temperatures for 14 out of the 30 days in June. In addition to the scorching temperatures, June saw extreme drought conditions. However, a drastic shift occurred in late July and early August when sudden rains inundated Beijing. And also, the impact wasn't confined to Beijing alone. The entire Beijing-Tianjin-Hubei region was flooded, flowing continuously heavy rainfall. Actually, the real situation is not as serious as the news said, but yeah, according to my own experience, there are more and more extreme temperature and also weather in my city these years. However, we also take some actions to control such a serious situation on climate change. So let's see together what have we done so far. China places great significance on addressing climate change, implementing a national strategy to tackle this issue. The country has announced goals for peak carbon emissions and carbon neutrality, establishing a comprehensive 1+N policy framework to achieve these targets. For example, we are promoting adjustments in industrial, energy, and transportation structures, adopting measures such as energy conservation, efficiency improvements, market mechanisms, and increasing forest carbon sinks. So we did take a lot of actions and measures to tackle with the climate change situation now. So these efforts have yielded positive results, with carbon intensity in 2022 decreasing by over 51% compared to 2005. And the share of non-fossil energy is in total energy consumption reaching 17.5%. And as the end of June this year, China had 16.2 million new energy vaccines. The national carbon emissions trading market is operating smoothly. Low carbon pilot demonstrations are effectively conducted. Climate adaptation capabilities are continuously improving, and social awareness of green and low carbon practices is steadily rising. And on the left side, here is the proportion of energy consumption in the total energy consumption in China from 2011 to 2020. We can see that there is a very clear decreasing on the coal energy consumption from the over 70% in 2011 to 2020. There is only 56.8%, we can find that we did take a lot of actions to control the climate change situation so far.
Well, I talk about to Peru is about the climate change. What happened? Well, the climate change has a negative impact on the national economy and on people's life in the future. And the consequence will be even worse with changes in water pattern, rising sea levels, and more extreme weather events. So, I choose two examples in specific. First is La Rinconada. I don't know if you see the video of the famous YouTuber Luisito Comunica. He talked about this place of Peru, and the famous name is the lovely city of Peru. Why? Because in this place where in this place practice the illegal mining and different illegal activities. And one of them is illegal mining. And the population of this city, try to find the gold, generating environmental contamination without following good practices, and they don't follow any standard of the mining. And the other example is Ventanilla. This is other a famous incident because um, La Ventanilla offshore oil spill in 2022 in pandemic, and this incident affected nearly 11,000 hectares, including 97 contaminated sites, of which 62 are beaches and 2 are protected natural areas. And what happened with the measures? Peru carries out corrective measures for environmental damage. The answer is yes. In specific four measures, first is the community forestry management in Coyali, specific because the government tried to preserve the common areas in the community of Ucayali, Loreto, and what this part of Peru. The other is the renewable energy in Loreto, that is bridging the electricity access gap. Then is the implementation of volunteer group, specific for example for the incident of oil spill cleanup. Other and the final measure is the proposed night mitigation measures because associated with the expansion of road infrastructure. Well, these prioritize thematic areas in five, because in this regard, the adaptation and mitigation measures establish objectives and goals to reduce vulnerability to climate change and related hazards in five priority thematic areas. Well, proportions, the first is the water with 30%, then is the fisheries and aquaculture with 18%. Then is the agriculture with 7%. Fourth is the health with 14%. And final is the forestry with 12%. About the greenhouse gases. Well, for greenhouse we have 62 measures were defined, corresponding to five emission sectors in similar to the other. About the energy, consisting of measures in stationary combustion energy and mobile combustion energy. Second, the industrial process and product use. Then is the agriculture. Four is the land use, change and forestry. And five is the waste, consisting of measures in solid waste disposal and wastewater treatment. About our conclusions. Well, this is a video that we make up with a tool about how to intelligent artificial, and well, this is that. to see this video, we create a plan of action about China and Peru. But we find similar things. For example, in the problems, the air pollution and the loss of biodiversity is common in both countries, and the action and the case is similar. Use of fossil fuels and vehicular traffic for the air pollution, and changing mountain ecosystem, changing temperatures, and rainfall pattern for the biodiversity. And about the measure, it's similar and necessary for the both countries. First is the air quality improvement, because the stricter emission standards and the promotion of electric vehicles help to that. And the conservation and reforestation is about the action of massive reforestation programs and the conservation and sustainable management programs. Um, Before to finish our project, we need to remember that the climate change is not just a warning, it is a call to action to transform our relationship with the planet and ensure a sustainable future for all generations. And well, this is our project. Thank you for your attention.